Hey guys, this is your trusted weather forecast, and today is an update on the severe weather outbreak that may be happening on Tuesday into Wednesday of this coming week, which is tomorrow. This outbreak is not necessarily tornado driven, but is instead wind driven for much of the area. And I'll get right into this. But before I get into this, I'd like to ask you to subscribe. About 85% of you who watch my videos are not subscribed. So please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you do not want to miss an upload. Now let's get right into it. First, all these colors correspond to the Storm Prediction Center's colors: green marginal, yellow slight, orange enhanced, red moderate. This is what I think the Storm Prediction Center may issue. This isn't what they have right now, but this is what I think will issue. And my last video panned out pretty good for the forecast for the day 2 outlook. So this is what I think will happen by tomorrow, and let's get right into it. You do have a large slight region spreading from Texas, Louisiana, maybe Mississippi and Alabama, but that's a pretty big maybe. Going as far north as Wisconsin, and maybe even extreme southeastern Minnesota. But the main star of the shows are going to be enhanced and possibly a moderate risk. We do have an enhanced region for much of Texas, Oklahoma, parts of Arkansas, Louisiana, Missouri, Kansas. And up here, I do see a possible enhanced risk coming to Illinois, Iowa, maybe northeastern Missouri. This enhanced risk, if issued, this is if it is issued, will be tornado driven, meaning I believe 10% for tornadoes, mainly in the orange region, if that is what happens. But this moderate risk here will be wind driven if it is issued. Again, that's if. And I'm expecting a 45% to 60% wind, maybe 10% tornado, but I highly doubt that 10% tornadoes would reach down here. But I do see a moderate risk being completely possible in Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. But right now, I say there's about a 33% chance of one being issued. Now let's go right into the models. Here's the Storm Prediction Center's website. This is what they currently have highlighted: a pretty large enhanced region and slight region. So let's get into probabilities. Right now, there's a pretty large 5% tornado risk and a very large 2% tornado risk. The greatest tornado risk will be Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Des Moines, Rockford, Springfield. All those cities, Peoria, will have the greatest tornado risk as of right now, according to this graphic. Wind, main star down here in the south, with a chance for a significant severe, especially in Dallas, Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Arlington. And then hail, there's a smaller region of hail. It's just significant hail is mainly focused on Oklahoma area. Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Norman, Lawton, Broken Arrow, all those cities. And the day 3 outlook highlights a pretty large marginal risk for the southeast, which I do think could get upgraded to a slight risk for Alabama, maybe Mississippi. But that's a maybe. Getting into this model, you do see here, this is the NAM3, you see some storms firing up in the northern half, which may be severe, definitely. But then you start to see a squall line start setting up towards the south central United States. Right here, that's really not looking great right now, because squall lines typically mean very damaging winds, which is what the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted at the moment. And you do see it continues more and more southeast, but once it gets into Louisiana and Mississippi, it starts breaking up a lot more, and then it really starts breaking up after the Louisiana-Mississippi line. And if we go to the southeast, around this time, you do see there is minimal severe threat. And by minimal, I mean like there's still a severe threat, but it's not as bad as it was before. I do see a slight risk potentially being issued around here. And I do expect the marginal risk to be pushed up north into North Carolina. And you could see some isolated severe storms as far south as Florida. Nothing too major as of right now for those areas, but still definitely something to watch for, no doubt. But then going into the Midwest, you see these storms are pretty scattered. I will say that. It may or may not be enough to warrant an enhanced risk for central Illinois or northern Illinois, wherever the best tornado chance sets up. But if storms do potentially become numerous enough, they might issue an enhanced risk for those areas. That's your trusted weather forecast with this upcoming severe weather outbreak. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe, and comment if you want. Goodbye.